Jay Severin is online and on demand. Hear Jay afternoons 3 to 7 on 96.9 WTKK.
Welcome back, fellow infomaniacs, fellow citizens, fellow engaged citizens. You know that, otherwise known at the Obama White House as racists. Jimma Carter. Last night, Keith Olbermann said to one of his guests, someone from Havana or someplace, said, well, do you think that now that President Carter has weighed in on this obvious racism, that now it will validate this as an issue? And I'm thinking, oh, yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. The minute I hear Jimma Carter say anything, I take it more seriously. Don't you? Yeah, Jimma Carter, you have him on your side? That's a slam dunk right there. Hey, Jimma. Yo, Jimma. How did Obama, if we're a racist nation, Jimma, pay attention to me. I know you're drifting a little there. Pay attention here for a second. Jimma. If we're a racist nation, how did Barack Obama win the white vote a few months ago? Jimma, listen, Jimma. If we're a racist nation, how is it that Barack Obama had 70% approval ratings a few months ago? Were they racists then? Were they racists when they supported him? Were we racist when we voted for him? Were we racists when we supported him? Or are we only racists now when we form a different opinion? Jimma, are you paying attention? My friends, we must not permit, and we will not permit, not as long as we're here, we will not permit this Orwellian act of fascism. And that is members of the Congress of the United States, the White House, network anchors, reporters from the New York Times, Maureen Dowd, that harridan, that hag from the New York Times, wrote within the last couple days that the congressman who said, you lie, when Obama was lying, what he really was thinking was, and see, I don't even need to complete that sentence, do I? I mean, just if you're curious, the completion of the sentence is, what he was really thinking was, you lie, boy, in a racist way. Now, see, it doesn't really matter what the New York Times tells us they think the congressman was thinking. The problem is that the New York Times has gotten itself in the business of condemning people for what they think we think. And that is the most anti-American thing that could ever be. We're not held responsible for what people think we think or claim that we think. We're responsible for what we say. No one knows what you believe or I believe. We're responsible for what we say and do. And if we permit this degradation of our culture, of everything that it means to be an American, that we're able to be taken seriously when we look at our opponent. And Eric, get Hillary Clinton ready again. I mean, this is the one time, please, this is the one time I have ever agreed with Hillary Clinton, and I'm sure that she's very sorry she ever said this, because she didn't think that it would ever be played when a Democrat was being protested.
I am sick and tired of people who say that if you debate and you disagree with this administration, somehow you're not patriotic, and we should stand up and say we are Americans and we have a right to debate and disagree with any administration.
I'll talk. Hillary, does that mean today too? I had friends that had bumper stickers that said dissent is always patriotic. I wonder if they're at home scraping those bumper stickers off their cars now. The hypocrites. But worse, it's not just hypocrisy. It's fascism. And it is. It is fascism. Obama medicine, that's merely socialism. 26% of our economy now controlled by the government of the United States, that's merely socialism. The notion that you can be openly called a racist on the basis of your having said nothing or you're having said something that has nothing to do with race, you just say, I'm against the government takeover of medicine. I'm against higher taxes. I don't like the way Obama is handling his job so far. That you could be called a racist. And the person who called you that isn't shunned and driven and mocked and driven out of the anchor chair or the former president of the United States, the biggest disgrace in this country, Jimmy Carter. Jimmo, you moron, you disgrace. And anyone else who calls another citizen a name like that because they are engaged as a citizen and they may disagree, what a disgrace and what a danger. What a danger. It's so important that we fight against that.